And sorry about that, had the audio down there just a little bit. We're back up and running again here, but this is the Manta Sports Media presentation of 62nd championship action here between the West Carter Comets and the East Carter Raiders, as we are getting ready to honor America here with our national anthem. As we're getting ready to go underway, we'll take a look here at the starting lineups this afternoon, which first of all, we'll take a look for the West Carter Comets, currently batting first. Sam Jones will be leading off at catcher. Then Caleb Lambert at first base, batting second. Trevor Callahan is going to be on the mound tonight, gets the nod for the start. He'll be batting third. Hunter Sammons will be out in center field, and he'll be batting fourth. Noah Hicks batting fifth at second base. Cade Carter is going to be batting sixth at third base. Lucas Rayburn is going to be the designated hitter tonight for Jake Carter, who's going to be out in right field. And then Dylan Rowe is going to be batting eighth out in left field. And then Corey Hedge is going to be taking the hole there at shortstop. And then we'll take a look here at the starting lineups for the East Carter Raiders. Tate Scott's going to be batting first out at second base. Connor Goodman batting second out in center field. The starting pitcher tonight, Andrew Tomalonis, batting third. Ethan Tiller at shortstop batting fourth. Trevor Klein at first base batting fifth. Blake Hall out in right field batting sixth. And then Matthew Tomalonis is going to be the designated hitter for the catcher, Charlie Terry. Ty Scott's going to be at third base, batting eighth, and then out in left field, it's going to be batting ninth, Trevin Tussey. Of course, one thing that we were mentioning a little bit with the last day at school today, it's a house divided in the Tomalonis house, as Carrie Tomalonis, the guidance counselor at West Carter High School, her son Trevor Callahan is going to be on the mound tonight. Pitching for the Comets, and then of course for the Raiders, we're going to be having Andrew Tomalonis, which is Ryan Tomalonis's and her husband, and also director of pupil personnel out at Carter County Schools. So it's going to be stepson versus stepson out there this afternoon, and so it should be an interesting game. Of course, Trevor Callahan has had a fantastic year so far. I need to check the stats and everything else, but he was ranked in the top 10 when it comes into pitching out there. And so he has definitely had a fantastic year, only giving up a couple runs on the season. And let's see if we can try to locate where he's at this time period. On the records, of course, the ERA, the earned run average. Of course, Callahan, let's see where he is at. May not be on there updated as of real recently. Wes Carter is actually not reporting in on that roster sheet there. So not sure where he's at, but he was ranked in the top 10 when we last was there. So we're getting ready here as now up to bat. It's going to be number 10, Sam Jones, up for the Wes Carter Comets. And first pitch to him is going to be called a strike. So it'll be 0-1 here to Jones. Of course, Sam Jones hit a home run last night. Bounced it off of the center field fence, or left center field, and got his first home run in on the season. Second pitch into Jones is going to be a ball, so it's going to be 1-1 here to Jones, leading off for the Comets. Next pitch is going to be fouled off, so it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Jones. Tom Alonis shaking off the pitch, has the one he wants, delivers. That's going to be high and inside, so counts evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Sam Jones. Of course, the East Carter Raiders going to be in the white uniforms here today. The West Carter Comets in their traveling maroon jerseys, as that one's going to be fouled off again. So it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Sam Jones. And that is going to be hit by a pitch, and he's going to be heading down toward first base, as Wes Carter now has their leadoff man down at first. And so now coming up to bat now for the Comets, going to be number 17, Caleb Lambert. As first pitch here to Lambert. That's going to be in there, and that's going to be called a ball, so it'll be 1-0 here to Lambert. Of course, Jones definitely has some speed out there on the base pass. They'll have to. Tom Alonis will have to be wary of him. Delivers, and that's going to be 2 balls, no strikes, as the East Carter fans not happy with that call. So here's the 2-0 pitch coming up. Jones is going to head on towards second, and he beats the tag. Of course, Lambert swinging on that one, so it's going to be 2-1, but Jones picks himself up a stolen base here this afternoon, and so Wes Carter now has a runner in scoring position. So Jones taking a nice lead off of second base. Tom Alonis checks the runner. Delivers with the 2-1 pitch. That one's going to be popped off and into the back fence. So it's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Lambert. So Tom Alonis in his first 10 pitches has split it right down the middle. 5 balls, 5 strikes so far. Checks the runner, delivers the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be swung on and miss, and so that will be the first out here for the Comets. And so Trevor Callahan up to the plate now here for Wes Carter. As we mentioned yesterday, he had a home run in this stadium earlier on this season when the Comets played the Cougars. And so Tom Alonis fakes a throw there to second base, trying to keep Jones honest. And first pitch here to Callahan, swung on and missed. As we said, this matchup here a little bit more special because these are two stepbrothers pitching against each other here with Tom Alonis and Callahan. So if you want to kind of consider it the Civil War, of course, between East and West, but also brother against brother. As that one's going to be dropped in there for a ball, and Jones makes his way over to third. And so Wes Carter inching on that door, trying to get the first run here of the afternoon. And do want to thank Charles Terry for some coverage out there today for some stars. I do appreciate that out there. And, of course, now it is 1-2 here to Callahan. Callahan falling behind in the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be swung on and just over top the first baseman's mitt, and that is going to score Jones. And so Callahan picks up a RBI single here in the first inning. And so with the Comets with one away here in the top of the first, strikes first blood. And it is 1-0 Wes Carter. And so now number 5, Hunter Salmons up to the plate here for Wes Carter. First pitch to him is going to be called strike one. And want to thank Shirley Irwin for some stars out there this afternoon as well. As that one's going to be popped up to shallow right field, and that's going to be caught there by Hall. And so that's going to be 2 away for the Comets here in the top of the first inning. So now number 24, Noah Hicks, coming up to the plate now for the Comets. So 2 out, runner on first for Wes Carter, and Hicks taking his place here in the batter's box. First pitch to him, he takes a look at, and it's going to be called strike one. Of course, on the other field, just behind the press box here, can't lay eyes on it just yet, but the Lady Raiders is going to be taking on, I believe it's the Elliott County Lions. As Callahan dives back in for that, is safely in there. And throws it back over to first. Callahan's back in time once again. But yes, it is the Lady Raiders and Elliott County, as Elliott County defeated Morgan County 5-2. And Callahan's going to be taking off towards second base, and he is in there. So Callahan's got himself a stolen base this afternoon, as the count is 1 ball, 1 strike here to Noah Hicks. So Comets with another runner in scoring position. Of course, he's got a nice little lead there from second. And the pitch 1-1, and that's going to be a little chopper down the first base line. And that one's going to roll. It's going to be interfered by Hicks as when he went there, tripped over it just a little bit. And so that is going to be it for the Comets. So that was an interference call, and so that's going to be it for the Comets here in the top of the first. One run off of one hit, no errors, and one left on base for the Comets. And when we come back, we'll see the top of the order for the Raiders. Your score at the top of the midway through the first inning is going to be West Carter 1, East Carter nothing. So we'll be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network. To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
And we're back here at Morgan County baseball field where there's the starting lineup again for the East Carter Raiders. So it's going to be Scott Goodman and Andrew Tom Malonis. First three up here for the Raiders, and we'll get to see our first look here of Trevor Callahan this afternoon. As we said, he's had a fantastic year on the mound, and looking forward to continuing that on just a little bit more. So the second baseman, Scott, up to bat now here for the Raiders, and that's Tate Scott. And so we'll see how Callahan is prepared to handle him this afternoon. So outfield playing pretty straight up. Infield straight up as well. And first pitch into Scott's going to be called for strike one. Of course, in the last couple of games Callahan has pitched, he has hit double digits in strikeouts just about every time we've seen him so far this year. And so that's going to be one ball, one strike. Of course, don't have as many stats on East Carter there, but we'll try to get those as we roll in. That one's going to be high and outside, so it's going to be 2-1 here to Tate Scott. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be fouled off, so count's going to be evened up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Scott. No relation to Michael Scott of the Dunder Mifflin Paper Company. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that one's going to just barely miss on the inside, so it's going to be full count. So East Carter is going to take Callahan into a full count in his first at-bat. And that's going to be ball 4, so Callahan ends up walking the leadoff runner here for East Carter. So Hunter Goodman, the center fielder, Connor Goodman, the center fielder, up to bat now here for the Raiders. As there's a runner on first, nobody out here for East Carter. bottom of the first inning. First pitch. That's going to be swung on and missed, so it'll be 0-1 here to Goodman. Scott takes his lead off at first. Callahan checks the runner. Goodman showing bunt. And there's a bunt toward first base, and they're going to go ahead and get him out, but that advances the runner on. So Scott's now at second base, and East Carter with one away here in the bottom of the first inning. And now it's the opposite side of the coin that we seen momentarily ago. Now it's Callahan versus Tom Alonis in the house-divided Civil War of Carter County. And first pitch in him is going to be called strike one. Of course, Callahan won the first battle between the duel of the pitchers. Just getting that one, getting a single, RBI single, scoring Sam Jones in that first inning. And that one's going to be fouled off, so it'll be 0-2 here to Tom Alonis. And Callahan's first 10 pitches, he's got 4 balls and 6 strikes here against the Raiders. Callahan checked the runner at second, and that one's a little bit of chin music there, so it's high and tight. So it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Tom Alonis, and that's Andrew Tom Alonis. Of course, Tom Alonis having a good season himself this year. Watched a little bit of the game he had against Elliott County and did quite well. And that one is going to be called strike 3, and so Callahan wins round 2. As Tom Alonis goes down looking at that, and that's going to be 2 away here for the Raiders. So that's Callahan's first strikeout of the afternoon. Of course, Tom Alonis got 1 strikeout as well. And first pitch here to the third base, the shortstop, Tiller. Is going to be called a ball, so it'll be 1-0 here to Tiller. That one's going to be in there for a strike. Catches the inside corner. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike here to Ethan Tiller. Callahan checking the runner at second. Scott taking a nice size lead. That one's going to be fouled off. So it's going to be 1-2 here to Tiller. And that's going to be fouled off once again, so still 1-2 as Tiller keeps himself alive in this at-bat. Of course, as we said, this is the first matchup between East and West Carter this year. Both their games were scheduled on 2 close dates, and both of those dates fell right into the 12-game COVID cancelizations that West Carter had, and they wasn't able to get it rescheduled. I think I was talking to the guys here in the press box. That one's going to be fouled off, but said that Morgan County was the only team to complete their full 62nd district schedule. Of course, as West Carter had to cancel some games against Elliott County, of course they were able to get a couple of those, one of those at least rescheduled. Tiller wants to think about this one just a second, steps outside the box. Delivers. That's going to be called strike 3. And so Callahan strikes out 2 and gets Tiller looking on that. And so that is going to finish the inning for the Raiders. As the East Carter goes down with no runs, no hits, no errors by the Comets, and 1 left on base. So coming up for the Comets, it's going to be the 6, 7, and 8 batters in Carter, Rayburn, and Rowe. And so we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 62nd District Championship tournament action here live on the Mantis Sports Media Network. Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports. And Cade Carter coming up to the plate here for the Comets in the top of the second inning. As this is Jeff the Mantis Irwin coming at you live here at West Liberty. So this will be Cade Carter's first at bat here this afternoon. And first pitch him is going to be called strike 1. Of course, not as a nice-looking day as what it was yesterday. A little bit cooler, but almost looked like it was threatening rain just a little bit. Got nervous coming in toward Moorhead right at the off-ramp of I-64. A little bit of rain came in that way, but none here so far. So we hope to keep it that way here today, as that one's going to be low in the zone. And so that's going to be 1-2 here to Carter. Of course, the East Carter Raiders not happy with the strike zone here of the home plate umpires. That one's going to be popped up, and that one's going to be out of play. So it'll still be 1-2 here for Carter. Of course, for those coming in from Carter County today, of course, usually the short route's going US 60, but US 60 from just pretty close on that other side of the Round County Hill closed due to road repairs. And that's inside ball 2. So if you are coming this way or heading home, just make sure you watch out for the detour there at US 60, as that's going to be closed until they estimate the 12th. And there's a swing and a miss, and Carter goes down here in the top of the second, and so Tom Malonis gets his, I believe, second strikeout here of the afternoon. And coming up to the plate now is going to be number 79, Lucas Rayburn. And first pitch to him is going to be fouled off, and so it'll be 0-1 here to Rayburn. Of course, the Comets kind of been going back and forth a little bit between Jake Carter and Rayburn in that 7th spot, as that one's going to be low and in the dirt, ball 1, so 1-1. That's going to be high, ball 2. So 2-1 here to Rayburn. Of course, East Carter are known typically for being a baseball school. And that's going to be catch the corner of the plate on the inside. And so it's going to be counts evened up now here to Rayburn. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, East Carter picking up a state championship several years ago. Also has several district and regional championships as well. So full count here to Lucas Rayburn. And that's going to be ball 4, and so that's going to put Rayburn down in on first base. And so Dylan Rowe coming up to the plate now for the Comets. First pitch to him is going to be outside, ball 1. That was Tom Malonis' 33rd pitch. 14 balls, 19 strikes here in 1 and 1/3 inning. And that one's going to be fouled off into the netting, so it's going to be counts evened up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Tom Malonis checking the runner at first. Delivers the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So it's 1-2 here to Dylan Rowe. Of course, Comets with just 1 away here in the top of the second. And that's going to be outside. Counts even back up again. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Rowe. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. So that's going to be 2 away here for the Comets.
Number 27, Corey Hedge.
So number 27, Corey Hedge, is going to be up to bat now for the Comets. Of course, he picked up the win last night against Morgan County. And the first pitch to him is going to be swung on and missed, strike 1. So Tom Malonis with 3 strikeouts so far of the afternoon. And that's going to be in there for another strike. So Hedge falls down 0-2 in the count, this time looking. So both outs this inning has come in off of a Tom Malonis strikeout. That one's going to be high and outside, ball 1. So 1-2 here to Hedge from the stretch. And there's a hit up toward short. Flips it over towards second base. So Tiller gets that one over to Scott. And that's going to be it for the Comets here in the top of the second inning. So Tom Malonis this time holds them scoreless. No runs off of no hits. No errors by the Raiders, and 1 left on base for the Comets. So it's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 batter in Klein, Hall, and Tom Malonis as the designated hitter. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 62nd District Championship action here live on the Manta Sports Media Network.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market, Maysville Road, for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfast, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here at Morgan County baseball field. We're for the Raiders. It's going to be number 19, the first baseman, in Klein. Of course, there's your lineup again for the Raiders. As you can see, we're in the number 5 spot here for East Carter. And first pitch into Klein catches the outside corner of the plate, and so that'll be strike one. Of course, Stylish Stitch is getting ready to move here to be in with the Red Door Boutique. And that one's going to be fouled off, so it'll be 0-2 here to Klein. So if you're looking to get your best for game day or just for every other day or want some custom-made apparel or mugs or anything else, you'll need to contact them at the Red Door Boutique. Seen them moving out here the other day. And that one's going to be fouled off again. Of course, Henry's doing very well as well. I ate there the other day. Great meal. I had that. Of course, the drive-in needs, of course, they're looking at possibly some big changes coming up there as well. They had a big announcement. Haven't seen that announcement yet, so we'll have to stay tuned for that one. As that's fouled off again. Third straight foul here by Klein. Keeping himself alive. Count still 0-2. And that one's going to be a hit right through the gap between short and third. And so Klein's got himself a hit, and that's the first Raider hit of the afternoon. So Blake Hall now coming up to bat here for East Carter. 6th overall batter, second batter this inning. So Klein taking his lead off at first. Callahan delivers first pitch, and that one's going to be up. And out of play, so that'll be strike one. That's definitely one thing about the field here. It seems like, of course, the beautiful facilities down here. I got to give it up to the groundskeeping crew. They've done a fantastic job with this field. But there's a lot of foul balls that come in, so definitely got to keep your head on a swivel around here. So that one's going to be called strike two, so it's going to be 0-2. No, yesterday as we was leaving off the air, the groundskeeper said, hey, turn it back on. Let's get out there and give us some props. And I said, hey, I'll give it to you tomorrow here. As that one's going to be fouled off again. So Blake Hall still at 0-2, holding on and battling here against Callahan. Of course, Callahan's thrown 26 pitches here in his first inning, and here into the second inning, 6 balls, 20 strikes. Callahan gets the pitch that he wants, checks the runner over at first, and that's going to be fouled off again. Sounds like some excitement coming across the other field, and that one's going to be swung on and miss. And that'll be another Callahan strikeout as he gets Hall going down swinging. And so now it's Matthew Tomalonis, so brother to Andrew, and of course another stepbrother versus stepbrother out here this afternoon. So Callahan going to be pitching to the younger Tomalonis, and first pitch into him is going to be ball one. Delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that's going to be out of the glove there of Jones. And so Klein going to get himself advanced on to second base off of the pass ball. So 2-0 here to Matthew Tomalonis, and of course, the runner's now at second. The 2-0 pitch, and that's going to be swung on and missed. Strike one. And that one's going to be fouled off, so count's going to be even up at 2 apiece. Of course, right now, Callahan and Andrew Tomalonis both with 3 strikeouts and 1 walk here on the afternoon. And that one's going to be swung on and missed, and so Callahan picks up strikeout number 4 here this afternoon.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 17, Ty Scott.
So now it's going to be the third baseman here, number 17, Scott. With 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. And that's going to be another pass ball as Scott heads it over toward third base. So the Raiders inching closer there, trying to get their first score here this afternoon. And that's going to be swung on a miss, so it'll be 1-1 here to Ty Scott. And so Scott down to the count 1-2, caught swinging on that one. Callahan wanting to finish off this inning with 5 strikeouts, and he has done it. So the Raiders go down, and Callahan keeps them at bay and continues on with his scoreless inning. So it's no runs off of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for the Raiders. So for the Comets, it's going to be back up at the top of the order again. So it's going to be the 1, 2, 3 batters in Jones, Lambert, and Callahan. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region and 62nd District Championship game here between the Comets and the Raiders. Wes Carter still leads it here heading into the top of the third, 1-0.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports.
And we're back here at Morgan County once again, where now it's going to be the leadoff batter for the Comets, number 10, Sam Jones. And so we're here in the top of the third inning. Of course, definitely want to give a shout out to Montana Fouts of former East Carter Lady Raider softball, as she's helped to get her Alabama team down into the Women's College World Series. And that first pitch into Jones is going to be inside for a ball, so it's going to be 1-0. Of course, Jones made it down to first base as he was hit by a pitch in that first inning, and then Callahan got him in. As that one's going to be fouled off right off the umpire there, as he shook that one off. So it'll be 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that looks like that's going to be low, so 2-1. And that one's going to be fouled off into the back fence there, and so it's going to be counts evened up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, definitely a pitcher's duel this afternoon, and Jones gets back-to-back hit by a pitch, and he's back down at first base once again. And so now up to the bat now is going to be number 17, Caleb Lambert. Of course, Lambert's 0 for 1 on the afternoon, was a victim of Tom Alonis' strikeout in the first inning. And first pitch into him is going to be outside as Jones taking off for second. And that one not in time. And so that will put a runner in scoring position for the Comets. So now it's 1-0 here to Lambert. Showing bunt, but this time that's outside, so it's going to be 2-0. Definitely a pitcher's duel here today, as Tom Alonis chased back Jones back into second base. Gets to sign him once, check the runner at second. Here's the 2-0 pitch, and that's going to be inside, so it's going to be 3-0 here to Lambert. And the 3-0 pitch, called strike one. Let's hear some more excitement over at the softball field. And that one's going to be fouled off, so it's going to be full count now here to Lambert. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jones still at second, nobody out. And that's going to be ball 4 to Lambert. And so Tom Alonis has runners now on first and second bases. And so now coming up to the plate now is going to be number 11, Trevor Callahan. Callahan 1 for 1 on the afternoon with a RBI and a stolen base. As coach heading out talking to his infield, trying to get Tom Alonis settled down here. Of course, Tom Alonis not too bad, but here in the latter part of the going into the third inning, he's thrown 52 pitches so far, 23 balls, 29 strikes. And so wanted to get him calmed down and back in there throwing just offside of the plate and everything else. As the meeting at the mound is finished up and players take their positions again.
Highlighting for the Comets, number 11, Trevor Callahan.
Of course, the outfield playing straight up here against Callahan. As we said, he's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. Got a single down the right field line just over top of Klein's head. And it's going to be a drop ball, but be 1-0 as Jones and Lambert hold on. Checks the runner at second. Delivers here the 1-0 pitch. And that one just misses right off the inside of the plate. So it's 1-1 here to Callahan. Of course, both of these teams have been known to explode out and pick up several runs in an inning. And that one's going to be popped up here toward right field. Jones is going to tag up and makes his way on over toward third. So Jones is now over at third. Lambert still at first. East Carter wanting the umpires to call out. Jones said that he left way early. Didn't quite catch that. I was too busy looking at the outfield out there. So we got runners at first and third. And this is Hunter Sammons up to the plate now for the Comets. 0 for 1 on the afternoon as he flied out to right field. And that's going to be called strike, so it's going to be 1-1 here to Sammons. So runners take their lead. And Lambert's going to be heading towards second, and he is in there as it's 1-2 here to Sammons. So Wes Carter with 2 runners in scoring positions. Only 1 out here in the top of the third. And that one's going to be fouled off. So still 1-2. Of course, any hit deep probably will score 1 for the Comets. Salmon steps out of the box. Want to think about that one for just a moment. Tom Alonis gets the sign that he wants. Delivers the 1-2 pitch, and that's a little bit of a bobbler, but ends up rolling foul. As it's still 1-2, and Tom Alonis has thrown his 60th pitch so far, 26 balls, 34 strikes. That's Tom Alonis directing his infield a little bit. Jones and Lambert taking their leadoffs. The 1-2 pitch. And that's a little chopper back to the mound, checks the runners there, and ends up getting Salmons out at first. So that's going to be 2 away for the Comets. So not the hit that they were looking for, but definitely kept the runners at bay. And so now should be number 24. Noah Hicks. First pitch to him, and that's a hit toward center field. And they are underneath that as Goodman gets that fly out there. And so that's going to finish the inning. So Tom Alonis holds the Comets scoreless in the third inning, leaving 2 on base. So no runs, no hits, no errors. As we said, 2 left on base for the Comets. And going into the bottom of the third inning, Wes Carter still clinging on to that 1-run lead. And it's going to be Tussey, and then back up to the top of the order again, Scott and Goodman for the Raiders. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region baseball action live and 62nd District Championship action live here on the Manta Sports Media Network.
The next time you are in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place. Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!
And sorry, after the advertisement, I forgot to turn back on the game. That's on there. Of course, Callahan's picked up 2 strikeouts here and it's now 2-0 here to Goodman. And that one's going to be in there for a strike. So I do apologize for that little bit of a delay there. As we mentioned, Callahan now on the afternoon has picked up 7 strikeouts. Yeah, that one's going to be 3-1 now to Goodman here. But Callahan, 7 strikeouts so far through 2 2/3 innings. Tom Malonis with 3 strikeouts, and Callahan's just walked his second one here on the afternoon.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 3, Andrew Tomalonis.
So now Andrew Tomalonis up to bat now for the Raiders. Of course, he was a victim of the Callahan strikeout. In the first inning. Goodman taking his lead off at first. And Goodman's going to be heading towards second, and that one gets thrown right into Goodman, so he's going to make his way over toward third. And that is going to be putting Goodman in scoring position. So second pitch there to Tom Malonis is going to be a strike. So it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. And now East Carter has a runner in scoring position in Goodman. And so now it's 2-1 here to Tom Malonis. As mentioned, I do apologize for failure to turn the camera back on after the commercial break there. That one's going to be fouled off into the fence, so it's going to be 2-2 now here to Andrew Tomalonis. Callahan throwing 53 pitches so far, 16 balls, 37 strikes. And that's going to be high up in the zone, so it's going to be a full count now here to Tom Malonis. And that's going to be ball 4, and that's going to be a missed pass ball, and Goodman's going to cross the plate, and we are tied up now at 1 apiece. So Tom Malonis ends up getting the walk, but that was a pass ball. And so our score now is 1-1 with everything's tied up here in the bottom of the third inning. So now coming up to the plate now is going to be the number 4 batter, 5th batter this inning, and Tiller. So Tom Malonis over there at first. And there's a nice hit towards center field. Sammons is underneath it, and that's going to be 3 away. But the damage has been done by the Raiders. as it is 1 run off of no hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on base for the Raiders. So coming up to bat for the Comets, going to be the 6th, 7th, and 8th batters, and Carter, Rayburn, and Rowe. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 62nd District Championship action live here on the Manta Sports Media Network.
To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
So Cade Carter going to be the next batter here for the Comets as we are into the top of the 4th inning, and the score is tied up at 1 apiece. Of course, taking a look at pitching so far, Callahan doing a fantastic job out there. 7 strikeouts on the afternoon with 3 walks, only giving up 1 hit. Tomalonis, not too bad. Andrew Tomalonis, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, giving up 1 hit as well, and 1 earned run. 2 hits batsmen as well during that time period. And so first pitch into Carter, strike 1, and that makes the 3rd hits batsman this afternoon by Tomalonis. As Sam Jones was his target earlier, but this time ends up hitting Cade Carter. And so now up to the plate now for the Comets is going to be number 79, Lucas Rayburn. So with nobody out and a runner on first for Wes Carter, Rayburn shows bunt, but that one's going to be in there for a ball as they try to chase Carter back down to first. So 1-0 here to Lucas Rayburn. As there's a bunt down the first base line. Picks it up, throws it there, but that advances Carter over towards second base, and that'll be 1 away here for the Comets as Rayburn works in on the squeeze play there.
Now batting for the Comets, number 13, Dylan Rowe.
Now number 13, Dylan Rowe, as he's up to bat now as swings on that one, and it's going to be strike 1. Of course, Rowe struck out in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging. As Terry coming out to talk to his hurler there. Of course, Tomalonis has thrown 67 pitches so far. 28 balls, 39 strikes. Checking Carter at second. Delivers to the plate on this one. That's going to be swung on and miss. Strike 2. And there's a hit down toward third base. They hold Carter at second. They get Rowe over at first, and then Carter heads on, but that throw is an error there, and that is going to get the Comets leading once again. So Rowe grounds out to third base, and they hold Carter there, but after that, Carter ends up advancing on to home plate. And so Wes Carter has regained the lead once again at 2-1. So Corey Hedge up to the plate now for the Comets. As that pitch is in there for a ball, so it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike here to Corey Hedge. And that one's going to be popped up. And that's going to be out there, of course, just outside of our view. Good play there by Terry as Hedge ends up popping out all the way over to the first base foul territory, and Hedge comes and picks that up for the third out of the inning. And so Wes Carter reclaims the lead there in the fourth inning. Now leads the Raiders 2-1. That was 1 run off of no hits, 1 error, and nobody left on base for the Comets. And so coming up to bat for the Raiders is going to be the 5th, 6th, and 7th batters in Klein, Hall, and Tomalonis. That's Matthew Tomalonis there. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 62nd District Tournament baseball action live here on the Mantis Sports Media Network.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports.
And we're back here at West Liberty where the Comets have retaken the lead in the top of the fourth. And now heading into the bottom of the fourth, it is West Carter 2, East Carter 1.
Number 19, Trevor Klein.
So Trevor Klein up to bat now, the 5th batter, the first baseman. Number 19, he's 1 for 1 on the afternoon as he singled to left in the second inning. And first pitch in there to him is going to be called strike 1. And there's going to be strike 2, so Callahan quickly going to work looking for strikeout number 8. He's got 7 so far here on the afternoon. And that one's going to be fouled off. I'm not sure if he called it foul, but yeah, I saw him put the umpire put up his hands there, but I think they're going to call that a drop third pitch. And so as Klein swung on that one, it was dropped, and he made it safely down toward first. And so Hall now up to bat here for the Raiders with one on, nobody out in the bottom of the fourth inning. First pitch into him is going to be a ball. And so Blake Hall, the right fielder. Second pitch in the dirt. They're going to try to get Klein out. And they have got him as Jones there toward Hicks gets the pickoff play. And so that's going to be one away for the Comets. You don't get to see too many pickoff plays or tagged out while advancing. Usually most of your catchers, have a little trouble getting it down towards second base, but that time they hit it right in there, and so that's going to be one away for the Raiders here in the bottom of the fourth. Of course, Coach Shear trying to talk to the third base umpire, trying to get a clarification on what he saw. And that one's going to be fouled out of play, so it's going to be 2-1 here to Hall. That's Callahan's 62nd pitch here of the afternoon. 20 balls, 42 strikes. And that one's going to be fouled off once again, so the count's evened up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And just got a score in from Coach Zach Stevens. It's Elliott 8, East 2 in the fourth inning. So Elliott County leading the Lady Raiders over at the softball field on the other side. So thank you, Coach Stevens, in for that. And that one's going to be fouled off once again, and that's the bottom of the fourth over there. So Elliott 8, East 2 in the bottom of the fourth. Over here, it's still 2-1, West Carter leading. So both Raiders teams currently behind on the scoreboard here in the fourth inning. And that's going to be swung on and missed, and that's going to be strikeout number 9 on the afternoon there by Callahan, as it gets Hall going down swinging.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 9, Matthew Tomalonis.
And so now Matthew Tomalonis, younger brother there to the pitcher, Andrew Tomalonis, swings on that one, and that's going to be strike 1. Of course, he was a victim of a Callahan strikeout in the second inning. And that's going to be swung on again, so it's going to be 0-2 here to Tom Alonis. There's the 0-2 pitch, swung on. That's a drop third pitch. Jones gets that one over toward third, and that is going to be Callahan's 10th strikeout here of the afternoon, as gets Tom Alonis swinging on that, but they do get him out at first. And so for the Raiders, they go down in the fourth inning with no runs off of no hits, one error by the Comets, and nobody left on base for the Raiders. And so coming up to bat is going to be the top of the order for the Comets in Jones, Lambert, and Callahan. So we'll be back here momentarily. You are watching 62nd District baseball action, championship game action here live on the Mantis Sports Media Network.
The next time you're in Mount Sterling, take the short drive out to Cecilia's Country Market at 4100 Maysville Road for some good home cooking, one of the area's best breakfasts, and daily lunch specials, all at affordable prices. Competitive gas and diesel prices, with the little items we all need every day, all in one place.
Open from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. That's Cecilia's Country Market, 4100 Maysville Road, Mount Sterling, Kentucky, right next to the world-famous Judy Drive-In.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 110,000 participants here in Kentucky who take part in high school sports.
So it's going to be number 10, Sam Jones, here in the top of the fifth, as Wes Carter still holding on to a one-run lead. That one's going to be inside, ball one. Of course, Jones has got 3 stolen bases this afternoon and a run. Officially on the scorebook, he is 0 for 0 as he has been hit by a pitch twice. Once in the first and then once in the third. Of course, that one in the first inning cost the Raiders as Callahan drove that run in. And that one's going to miss just high, so it'll be 2-0 here to Jones. Of course, with those 3 stolen bases, Comets will put him on base any way they can. And that one just barely misses over top of Jones's head. So it's 3-0. And that was the 75th pitch there by Tom Malonis. 32 balls, 43 strikes. So Jones in the driver's seat now at count 3-0, and that one's going to be in there for a called strike. Typically amongst umpires, that's almost automatically a strike there. You know, if it's anywhere near the plate, usually you're going to end up with a 3-1 count. And that's going to be high, ball 4, and so Jones still officially not in his at-bats, but has made it down to first base every time. And so now number 17, the left-hander, Caleb Lambert, up to the plate here for the Comets. He's 0 for 1 on the afternoon as he struck out in the first inning and then walked in the third inning. And that first pitch to him just misses high, 1-0. As Jones takes his lead off of first. Tom Malonis gets set. Delivers the 1-0 pitch. That's outside, and they're going to try to get Jones, and they got him. So that was a good throw there by Terry as Scott comes over, and Jones gets picked off, and so that's going to be one away for the Comets here in the 5th inning. As Jones gets caught stealing. So Terry gets that one to Scott. And there's a swing and a miss by Lambert, so it's 2-1. So haven't seen too many runners been thrown out stealing, but seen 2 of them here this afternoon. And, of course, in a championship game, that's exactly what you expect to see. As now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Lambert. And swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's going to be 2 away for the Comets.
Live batting for the Comets, number 11, Trevor Callahan.
So Callahan up to bat now for the Comets. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. As that first one's outside, ball 1. Andrew Tom Malonis just picked up his 4th strikeout here on the afternoon. So it's 1-0 here to Tom Malonis. from Tom Alonis to Callahan, and that's going to be 2-0. Of course, Callahan, as we said, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a stolen base today. Outside, ball 3. As the pitcher duel comes back up here, stepbrother against stepbrother. And that one catches the outside corner, and so it's now 3-1 here to Callahan. And that misses high, so it'll be ball 4, so Callahan heads down toward first base. And coming to the plate now is going to be number 5, Hunter Sammons. So Wes Carter with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Hunter Sammons coming up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Of course, Wes Carter would like to get a little bit of insurance here in this pitcher's duel today. And that's going to be in there for a call. Strike 1. So far, only 2 hits on the afternoon, and that's 1 by each team for the entire game as they chase Callahan back over toward first. So, I mean, it has been a low-hitting game, but, it's been off of hits, batsmen, and walks that's been doing the damage, as that one is going to sail out of play over top of the fence, and so that's going to be 0-2 here to Hunter Sammons. So Tom Alonis set. Throws it over toward first. Callahan goes back in, standing up. Of course, Tom Alonis looking for strikeout number 5. Has Sammons down 0-2. But 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Runner on first. And that one's going to be inside as Sammons moved out of the way of that one. And that is going to be the 90th pitch on the afternoon here by Tom Alonis. 40 balls, 50 strikes. Only giving up 1 hit. And throw it back over toward first. Callahan beats it in with a head-first slide. As we said, Tom Alonis looking at for strikeout number 5. He's got 4 on the afternoon. And there's a hit, and that one just barely over top of Tiller's head, and that's the second hit of the afternoon there by the Comets. So Noah Hicks heading up to the plate with 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch into him is going to be in there for a called strike 1. Tom Alonis wanting to get out of this inning without any more damage on the scoreboard. As there's a hit right up the middle, and they're going to wave on Callahan by third. There's the play at the plate, and he is in there. Salmons is going to, or excuse me, Salmons makes his way over toward third. And so Wes Carter has extended out their lead now 3-1 here against the Raiders.
Now batting for the Comets, number 6, Kate Carter.
So Wes Carter showing some major signs of life out there here with still 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Cade Carter up to the plate now for the Comets. First one's going to be high up in the zone, ball 1. So Wes Carter getting that little bit of insurance here late in the game. And we're going to have a pickoff play as they throw it toward home. And Wes Carter and Salmons has another run. And so they are starting to majorly come alive here in this 5th inning. As they thought they were going to get Hicks on the pickoff play, but ends up they got it to second. Hicks slowed up just a little bit, and they knew that Salmons was going to head in. They didn't think they had the play there at second base, and so Salmons comes on in home, and the Comets now lead here 4-1 in the top of the 5th inning. So runner on second base here for the Comets. And that one's going to be in there for a strike. So it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike here to Cade Carter. So definitely a little bit of excitement out there late in this 5th inning. And there's a hit down toward first. That one bounces off the first baseman. And that is going to be it for the Comets. But the damage has been done as the Comets end up picking up 2 runs that inning. 2 runs off of 2 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. And so coming up for the Raiders is going to be the 8, 9, and back up to the top of the order. So it's going to be Scott, Tussey, and Scott. So we will be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region and 62nd District Championship action live here on the Mantis Sports Media Network.
To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And here we are back at Morgan County again, where the Wes Carter Comets leading the Raiders 4-1. Of course, Wes Carter having 4 runs off of 3 hits. I believe they've got 3 errors, I think, on the afternoon. The Raiders 1 run off of 1 hit and 1 error. And so we're now here at the the eighth batter here overall, and that's going to be the third baseman in Scott. And the first pitch to him is going to be low for ball one. So Ty Scott's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Struck out swinging there in the second. That second pitch to him is going to be in there for a strike. So it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike here to Scott. East Carter needing to get things rolling on here, as that's going to be swung on and missed. So it's going to be 1-2. As I mistakenly said, I looked a little bit different on my score sheet, but the Raiders did not have an error in that last inning. And that's going to be a strikeout, strike 3 there for Callahan, and there's going to be 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
Number 6, Trevin Tussey.
So Trevin Tussey coming up to bat now. He's been a strikeout victim there of Callahan. So he struck out in that 3rd inning. Of course, Callahan has got 11 strikeouts this afternoon. And first pitch in there to Tussey is going to be called strike 1. So 0-1 here to Tussey, and that's in there for strike 2. And in there, that's going to be low in the dirt. So it'll be 1-2 here to Tussey. So Callahan, 11 strikeouts on the afternoon, only 1 hit and 3 walks. And that's going to be strikeout number 12 on the afternoon. So he's got a dozen here this afternoon.
Now batting for the Raiders, number 16, Tate Scott.
And so now it's going to be up at the top of the order again for Scott, the second baseman. First pitch to him is going to be in there for a ball. So with 2 away, Raiders hoping to try to get a little bit of magic going on there like the Comets did when they had 2 away there. As that one's going to be fouled off down the third base line. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scott's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Had a walk in the first inning and then struck out in the third. And that's going to be fouled off out of play once again. So it's going to be 1-2 here to Scott. Of course, when Callahan gets in that groove, sometimes he will finish out a complete inning with strikeouts. And that's going to be in there for called strike 3. Caught him looking on there. And so that was 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts there by Callahan. And so he's having a fantastic inning there as the Comets inching closer to another district championship. Callahan with 13 strikeouts on the afternoon. As we head into the top of the 6th inning, your score is still West Carter 4, East Carter 1. And so we'll be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The drive-in has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports.
As we're heading into the top of the sixth inning, we've got a pitching change here for the Raiders as number 16, Scott, coming in from second base and going to be on the mound now for the Raiders. And so Tom Alonis finishes off with 96 pitches on the afternoon, 41 balls, 55 strikes. He heads over toward first base. And I believe the first baseman in Klein. Taking a look at Scott is going to be moving on toward second. And Klein moves over toward third, and so a little bit of shifting around in the infield there by the Raiders. So Scott moves to pitching, Tom Alonis moves to first, Klein moves over to third, and Scott moves to second base. As we've got now, the first batter up is the number 7 hitter for the Comets, number 79, Lucas Rayburn. And so first pitch in here by Scott's in there for strike, so it's 0-1. Of course, Rayburn unofficially 0 for 0 on the afternoon. He walked and then had a sacrifice bunt there in the fourth inning, as that's now going to be 0-2 here to Rayburn. So he swings on that one. So far, the first two pitches here by Scott has been strikes, and that, of course, is going to be outside, so it's going to be 1-2 here to Rayburn. The 1-2 pitch, and that one just barely misses the shoulder, the left shoulder there of Rayburn, and so the count gets evened up there at 2 apiece. And thank you, Julie Perry, for some stars there. I definitely appreciate that. As it is now 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count here to Lucas Rayburn. Of course, checking of course, there was no champion last year, no baseball season in there, but Wes Carter is the 2019 defending champion, so they're hoping to go back-to-back. As that one's going to be in there, as Scott's going to pick up his first strikeout here of the afternoon, and gets Rayburn out looking there, and so that's going to be 1 away for Wes Carter. And so now number 13, Dylan Rowe, up to bat here for the Comets. As that one, a little bit of a sinker there, falls right in there for strike 1. And that'll be inside, so it'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, as we mentioned in that 2019, that was a close matchup there. West Carter defeated East Carter 8-7, and that had to go into extra innings. As that's going to be in there for called strike 2. Of course, East Carter won the district championship back in 2018, so these two teams have been kind of bouncing it back and forth. And that one's going to miss just outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Dylan Rowe. The 2-2 pitch here by Scott, and that's going to be fouled off and over the press box here. Still 2-2. So good game here this afternoon as Comets still lead 4-1. And that's going to be a pop-up toward center field. It's on his horse, and that one is in as Goodman could not get it. Rowe finds an empty second base and gets a double here this afternoon. Goodman was on his horse, took a diving catch. But, of course, both Tiller and Scott headed to center field to try to help out. And once the ball dropped, nobody was there at second base, so Rowe took advantage of that. As it's now number 27, Corey Hedge up to the plate for Wes Carter as he fouls that first one off. So it's going to be 0-1 now to Hedge. Of course, Hedge is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Grounded short and then popped up foul where Terry made a good play on that. That one hits the outside corner, so it's going to be 0-2 here to Hedge. And there's a little bit of a chopper down the third base line, rolls out foul, so still 0-2 to Corey Hedge. As Scott doing a pretty good job on the relief so far here. That one's up in the zone, so it's going to be 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Hedge. On his first 16 pitches, he's thrown 6 balls, 10 strikes. Of course, has a runner on second in Rowe. And there's a hit toward left field, and that's going to be over top of his head, and that's going to score Rowe as Hedge is on his horse heading toward third. And the throw's in there, and he's got him out. Damage has been done. Rowe scores in from second base. Hedge had a double, but tried to squeeze that one in there. Got that over the head of Tussey.
Nobody for the Comets. Number 10, Sam Jones.
And so Sam Jones, number 10, up to bat now here for the Comets as some more excitement going on here. So number 10, Sam Jones. Still unofficially, let me get the camera back up here. As that's going to be 1-1 now to him as officially he is 0 for 0 on the afternoon. He's been hit by a pitch twice in the first and third inning and then walked in the fifth. And that one's going to be in there low for ball, so it's going to be 2-1. Of course, he's got a run and 3 stolen bases here on the afternoon. As there's 2 away here in the 6th, and he gets a hit towards center field. This time Goodman is on top of that one, and that's going to retire the side here for the Comets. But, of course, the damage has been done as Wes Carter adds on another run here this afternoon. So heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, it's going to be West Carter 5, East Carter 1. And so we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 16th Region Baseball action live here on the Mantis Sports Media Network.
To look your best on game day or on any other day, head to Stylish Stitches at 115 Mill Street in Olive Hill for all your high school, collegiate, and custom apparel needs. They are also the place for custom gifts and embroidery. And when you need to refuel, head to Henry's at 530 Tom T. Hall Boulevard. Whether it's Taco Tuesday, Fish Fry Friday, or juicy steaks and burgers any other day of the week, Henry's is there for the area's best food, drinks, and entertainment. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for specials or to order online. Stylish Stitches and Henry's are proud supporters of local high school sports.
The Criswell Law Office is located at 142 East Main Street in Grayson, Kentucky for all of your personal injury, family law, real estate transaction, bankruptcy, and estate management legal needs. Justin Criswell is ready to work for you. The Criswell Law Office is now accepting new clients for automobile accidents. Contact the Criswell Law Office at 606-474-0029 or online at www.criswell.attorney.
And we're back here once again here in West Liberty where the Comets have extended out their lead and going into the bottom of the sixth inning. They currently lead the Raiders 5-1. So 5-1, Wes Carter on top. And so it's going to be the center fielder, Goodman, up now. Of course, Wes Carter with 5 runs on the afternoon, 5 hits, 3 errors, 5 left on base. And for East Carter, that first pitch in there is going to be a ball. But for East Carter, they've got 1 run off of 1 hit and 1 error on the afternoon. Of course, Callahan struck out the side in that 5th inning. He's got 13 strikeouts on the afternoon, as that one's going to be a pop-up toward second. And just a lucky grab there as Hicks one step in front of it, but able to get that pop-up there. And so that's going to be 1 away for the Raiders. So now the first baseman is Tom Malonis was the pitcher, but now moved over toward first base. And he is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Struck out in the first inning and then walked in the 3rd inning. And that first pitch down to him is going to be through the gap there, and he's got himself a single here this afternoon. That's only the 2nd Raider hit on the day. So Tom Malonis now edging out Callahan as he's got a walk and a single against him, and only one. And of course, Callahan's got 1 strikeout against him. And now it's the shortstop, number 2, Tiller. As Callahan's this will be Callahan's 85th pitch. So far, he's thrown 24 balls, 60 strikes, but this will be his 85th pitch right here, as that one swung on and missed, strike 1. So the Raiders going to hope try to cut into that lead 5-1 by the Comets. They got a runner at first, 1 out, and that's going to be in there for called strike 2. And that's going to be their strike 3. So Callahan picks up another strikeout, and that's going to be 2 away here for the Raiders. As catches Tiller looking at that one. So Trevor Klein, the 3rd baseman, up to bat now for the Raiders here with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that's going to be swung on and a miss, strike 1. Of course, as we mentioned, Callahan 14 strikeouts on the afternoon with 3 walks, and only have given up 2 hits, and then, of course, 1 unearned run, as that's going to be swung on and a miss there. So 0-2 now for Klein. And that's going to be a little bit of a hit there. Hicks tries to get it, but it rolls out to right field, and that's going to be a single there for the Raiders. As Tom Alonis ends up heading over toward third base, so there'll be runners at first and third here for the Raiders. With Hall up to bat now for East Carter. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon. He's got 2 strikeouts underneath his belt, 1 in the second and 1 in the fourth. As that one's going to be popped up, and Lambert's trying to get underneath it, and that one drops for strike 1. A little bit outside of our view here, but it's 0-1 here toward Hall with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. West Carter still leading 5-1. So 0-1 here to Hall. And that's going to be low and away, so it'll be 1-1. So runners on the corners here for the Raiders with 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. That's going to be swung on and miss, so it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Hall. And there's a hit toward third. And they're going to get him over at first. And so that's going to finish out the side here for the Raiders. As West Carter, Callahan still holding strong, not giving up any more runs this inning. And so heading into the top of the 7th inning, our score is still West Carter 5, East Carter 1. So that was no runs off of 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base for the Raiders. And so West Carter getting one last chance here for some insurance runs, and East Carter is going to be down to their last 3 outs. So we'll be back here momentarily. You're watching 62nd District Championship action live here on the Mantis Sports Media Network.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports.
And so we're heading into the top of the 7th. West Carter holding on to a 4-run lead here, and it's going to be number 17, Caleb Lambert, up to bat now here for the Comets. So the Raiders going to try to hold West Carter here in this the 7th inning, as that one's going to be fouled off, strike 1. Because they've got to do their best to keep the Comets here and try to, give themselves a good position coming into the bottom of the 7th. As that's going to be in the dirt, so it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike here to Lambert. The 1-1 pitch. And it sounds like you got a little bit of a piece of it, but swung nonetheless, and that's going to be strike 2. So 1-2 here to Lambert, top of the 7th inning. And that's going to be swung on and missed, strike 3. And so Scott picks up another strikeout here this afternoon. As now it's going to be number 11, Trevor Callahan, going to be up to the plate now. He's let me figure out what I got on the stats here. There we go. So Callahan's up. He's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. First pitch to him is going to be called ball. Of course, Scott himself has got 2 strikeouts here on the afternoon. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike here to Callahan. And that one's going to be fouled off. So 1-2 here to Callahan. The 1-2 pitch. Going to be in the dirt, so counts evened up, 2 apiece. Of course, the Raiders has 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Scott picked up a strikeout just a moment ago, hoping to hold the Comets here. And that's going to be swung on and out of play. As that was the 30th pitch here by Scott. 11 balls, 19 strikes. And that's going to be outside. So full count now here to Callahan. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Comets still leading 5-1 here, top of the 7th inning. 1 away. And there's a hit. Nice shot to left field. Tussey's underneath it, and that's going to be 2 away there. As was getting close to warning track area, but that's going to be 2 away for the Comets here in the 7th inning.
Now batting for the Comets, number 5, Hunter Salmons.
So now number 5, Hunter Salmons, up now for the Comets. As first pitch into him is going to be called strike 1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Salmons is 1 for 3 on the afternoon with a run and a stolen base. And that one's going to be inside. 1-2. Of course, the Comets 5 hits on the afternoon. And that's going to be outside. Counts evened up, 2 apiece. There's the 2-2 pitch. And that's a little chopper toward third base. Has it. Throws it over toward first, but that is dropped by Tom Alonis. Salmon's going to head to second, and he is going to be in there. So hit that one over toward third base. Tried to get it over toward Tom Alonis. And he advances on an error there by the first baseman. So he missed the catch there.
Number 24, Noah Hicks.
And so that's going to put another Comet here in running or scoring position. As number 24, Noah Hicks, up to bat now for the Comets. Salmon's there on second base. And first pitch in him is going to be a strike, so it'll be 0-1. Second one's going to be fouled up out of play, so 0-2 here to Hicks. Of course, Hicks is 1 for 3 on the afternoon, had a single in the 5th inning. He's also got an RBI and a stolen base. Of course, Comets with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. And that's going to be fouled off back into the fencing again, so still 0-2. As that was Scott's 40th pitch, 14 balls, 26 strikes. And that's going to be high up in the zone, so it'll be 1-2. Almost as common as the 3-1 count is the 1-2 count. As delivers that, that's going to be a pass ball, and Salmons is going to head over toward third base. So on the pass ball, Salmons heads over toward third base, and so Wes Carter knocking on the door here of another insurance run. Scott with the 2-2 pitch, and that's going to be swung on and miss, and so that will retire the side. So Scott gets East Carter out of a jam there and gets his part done by holding the Comets scoreless in that inning. No runs off of 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base for the Comets. And so now heading into the bottom of the 7th, it's going to be East Carter's down to their last 3 outs, and it's going to be Tom Malonis, Scott, and Tussey for the Raiders. And so we'll be back here momentarily here on the Manta Sports Media Network.
Since 1979, James Hardware has proudly served the community of Olive Hill to supply all of your home improvement needs. From paint to tools to hardware to lumber and plumbing supplies, James Hardware has you covered. Be sure to check out their wide selection of case knives, and they are also your authorized steel dealer. James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-2692 or online at james.doitbest.com. The Drive-In has the food to get your day started the right way. From delicious donuts and hot coffee to mouth-watering burgers and a cold marshmallow Coke, made from natural and locally sourced ingredients. Be sure to keep an eye out for our food truck coming to a town near you. And don't forget that the sun is always out at Beach Buns Tanning. With locations at Olive Hill, Grayson, Moorhead, and Mount Sterling, we have the tanning options and lotions to give you that sun-kissed look all year round. Be sure to check us out on Facebook. Beach Buns Tanning and the Drive-In are proud supporters of local high school sports.
And we're back here. It's the bottom of the 7th inning. So Wes Carter's 3 outs away from picking up back-to-back district tournament championships. And we got a substitution in as Wells is now going to be in pitch hitting for Tom Alonis. And first pitch into him is going to be called a ball. And second one there, 2-0. So Kay Wells heading the count 2-0. And that's going to be in there for a strike. So 2-1 now to Wells. Two-one pitch, swung on and miss. 2-2. So the Raiders have to hope to get 4 runs to at least try to get this into extra innings. And that's going to be swung on and missed. So Callahan picks up another strikeout, and that's 1 away for the Raiders.
Now lining for the Raiders, number 17, Ty Scott.
So Ty Scott, the second baseman, now up to the plate for the Raiders, as Callahan picked up his 15th strike out here of the afternoon. And that's going to be low in the zone, ball 1. Of course, Ty Scott 0 for 2 on the afternoon, has struck out twice here to Callahan, both times swinging. And that catches the corner of the plate, so it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike now to Ty Scott. As Callahan's just crossed over the 100-pitch mark, 101 pitches so far in the afternoon. That's going to be fouled off, so it's going to be 1-2. So 28 balls, 74 strikes here for Callahan on 102 pitches. As Wes Carter hoping to go back-to-back, an unusual 2019-2021. And that's going to be called strike 3, and that's going to be 2 away here for the Comets, as he gets Scott looking at that one. And so that's going to bring up the 9th batter here, the left fielder, number 6, Tussey. And he's going to be their last hope here this afternoon, trying to keep this going on, as Callahan with 16 strikeouts so far. And that first pitch in there to Tussey is going to be called ball 1. Of course, Tussey, he's 0 for 2 on the afternoon, struck out swinging in the third, struck out looking in the 5th, and gets a called strike there, so it's going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed, so Callahan is 1 strike away here from having another win and a district championship underneath his belt. He's looking for number 17 here. And that's going to be popped up and out of play. Still 1-2 here to Tussey. Trevin Tussey. Callahan with the 1-2 pitch. And catches him looking on that, and the Comets have won the 2021 62nd District Tournament game. And so fantastic game there by Callahan, as he throws a 3-hitter, 1-run game with 17 strikeouts on the afternoon. And the Wes Carter Comets have picked up back-to-back district tournament champions. And, of course, you always want to go into the 16th region tournament as a champion. And so that is where Wes Carter picks up, and they are back-to-back champions here in the 62nd district. So we want to congratulate them on a fantastic game played. East Carter gave them everything that they could out there, but Callahan, he's showing why he's top 10 in the state as far as pitching goes. And so fantastic game for him, as he ends up with 17 strikeouts, only walked 3, only gave up 3 hits and 1 run, which was unearned. In 7 innings through 108 pitches altogether. So he had a fantastic afternoon today. Of course, for the Raiders, Andrew Tomalonis picks up the loss with 4 strikeouts and 4 walks. Tate Scott ends up with 3 strikeouts, no walks. Of course, Andrew Tomalonis gave up 4 runs to the Comets as Tate Scott gives up 1 as well. And so here's the 62nd District runners-up in the East Carter Raiders picking up their runner-up trophy.
Now, your 2021 66th District Tournament champions, the Comets of West Carter.
And so the West Carter Comets going back-to-back champions. Of course, no champion last year. They did pick it up in 2019. Also here again in 2021. So back-to-back champions as East Carter is back-to-back runners-up. And so the Comets celebrating their win as well as everybody in Olive Hill. Of course, I believe the tournament draw is, I think, set for tomorrow. So we'll try to get that information to you. And I believe the 16th Region tournament is going to be at Ashland Paul Blazer High School. And I think the MyTown TV will be having that coverage out there as well. So just taking a quick look at some final stats here this afternoon as we wrap up our coverage here. Your box scoring, West Carter scored 1 in the first, and then 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth for 5 runs off of 6 hits and gave up 3 errors. The Raiders, their only run came in the 3rd inning so they had 1 run off of 3 hits and 2 errors. For the Comets, Trevor Callahan was 1 for 3 on the afternoon with 1 run. Sam Jones picked up a run as well. Of course, Callahan also had an RBI. Hunter Sammons was 2 for 4 with a run. Noah Hicks was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Dylan Rowe was 1 for 3 with a run and had a double there. And then taking a look, Corey Hedge was 1 for 3 with an RBI and a double. That is the hitting there for the Comets. Taking a look for the Raiders, you had Andrew Tomalonis was 1 for 2 on the day. Trevor Klein was 2 for 3. And that's the 3 hits there by the Raiders. And so we want to congratulate the West Carter Comets with their bus driver out there now celebrating this huge victory out there. So I believe next week is going to be in on the regional tournament. So we'll try to get you that information there as well as soon as we get that in. And so thank you, Shirley, there for some more stars there. We definitely appreciate it. And thank everybody for tuning in today for this fantastic ball game in the Battle of Carter County, round 1 of the only game that these two teams have played against each other this season. West Carter comes out here on top. And so your final score once again here from West Liberty is West Carter 5, East Carter 1. And so for Jeff Irwin and the Manta Sports Media crew, we'd like to thank you very much for tuning in here today, as this game took just a little bit over 2 hours to complete up. And fantastic crowd out here today on hand. Of course, we're thankful the clouds held off their rain and everything else. Good weather out there as well. So for Jeff the Mantis Irwin, thank you very much for tuning in here today, and we want to congratulate the West Carter Comets, 2021 62nd District Champion, and the runner-up, 2021 62nd District runner-up, the East Carter Raiders, and we'll be seeing both of them again next week at Ashland Paul Blazer for the 16th Region Tournament. So for Jeff the Mantis Irwin, God bless you all, and we'll see you all again coming up here on the Manta Sports Media Network.